Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Celeste and this is my channel, Celeste Creates. I am here today on Friday, July 15th for FlossTube number 39. It has been 4 weeks, I think, since my last FlossTube video, but I have been busy doing all sorts of creative things as well as family things, and so I'm glad you're back to join me. Yesterday I filmed and uploaded a QuiltyTube video, QuiltyTube number 8, where you can view that and see what I've been up to as far as quilting goes. And then today here I am to talk about cross stitch and about my new creative endeavor that I've been working on in the last several weeks. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am so glad you're here. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you as well. I'm glad you've come to spend some time with me. And both of you, if you would like and if you would subscribe to my channel, I greatly appreciate it. And as always, I enjoy the comments very much. So thank you so much. They all get read and it brings me a lot of joy and a lot of fun. So thank you. All right, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. So I don't have any finishes to show you or FFOs. I have several things that you've seen in the past that I really do need to FFO, but I'm waiting on my husband to change the saw blade for me. We've just been so busy and kind of out of town a lot, and have him change that saw blade so I can chop some frames and custom size them and get some things framed. So hopefully by the next video I will have some of that to show you. Because I know there's things I've showed you in quite a few past videos that haven't been framed yet that I would like to get done. So no FFOs, no finishes, a couple starts, one start for sure. So let's start with the first thing that I spent time working on. I think I had started this just before my last FlossTube. My friend Chrissy, CM Keller 5 on Instagram, is one of my local stitching friends, homeschool friend, faith friend, and she and I just have done a couple of stitches together, and we decided to make our next one in Peg 1877 from the Scarlet House. I love this chart. So she and I had to actually play a little bit. I think I said this last time with the colors, the called for colors. We made some changes, and in an effort to make it look more like what's on the cover, because I think this has a bluish hue to the photo and we actually like it, but when you pull the called for colors, they don't necessarily look that way. So whether it's dye lots that have changed or just the, you know, the color of the photography, we made a couple changes. So I can tell you real quick, instead of Country Redwood, we're using Weeks Baked Apple, or these are, I'm using, hers are almost exactly the same. Instead of Copper, we're using Antique Rose. Instead of Tin Bucket, I'm using Classic Colorworks Blue Corn. And in some places it calls for Garden Gate, and I'm kind of choosing between Garden Gate or Tin Bucket depending on the color I want it to have. So there's some things in here, like I think these urns on the berry bowls that actually call for Garden Gate, but to get it to look like it does in the picture, I've been using Tin Bucket on those. So here are my lovely, lovely colors. So we had to do a conference call and sit there and play with our colors and figure them out, but I'm super happy with all the color choices. So there's those, really, really pretty. There's that blue corn, I like that a lot because I really wanted those letters, the alphabet up at the top. I think it's actually called for Tin Bucket, but the Tin Bucket I have several of them and they're not that blue, but that's kind of one of the reasons we like the picture. So I'm going with blue corn. So very happy. There is the colors on my linen. Really pretty. That sounds pretty true. This beautiful piece of linen is a 36 count Angelella by Tropical Stitches, one of my favorite linen dyers, and you can see the progress that I've made. Really, really pretty. Loving those colors. So I've done the whole alphabet and those bands. I've done a lot of border. There's that berry bowl and tin bucket. Hold on, I'm gonna turn on this light here and see if that gives us a little clearer. Okay, I'm not sure if this is better, but we'll try it. It's a little overcast today, so which we're happy about because it's been so hot. So that's that blue corn for the alphabet, and then that's the tin bucket on that. And then I even went a step further. I think there was a color I changed because I think the white here, hard to see, it was supposed to be roasted marshmallow, but it was looking too yellowy, so I actually changed it to this classic Colorworks Lunar Eclipse, which is kind of a white, but it has a really pretty blue hue to it, so I changed that. So really, I mean, we were going along on this for quite a while, not a whole lot left. I do think this could be a finish if I worked at it. It's a really, really enjoyable sampler to stitch, and I love this border. I love the two different borders, so really would like to get back to that. So that is Ann Peg again. That's from the Scarlet House, and really, really enjoying that. So you can also follow Chrissy on Instagram and see her progress and what she's working on. So let's see, what did I switch to? I did that one for a long time. Then I think did I bring that up? I brought that one up. Oh yeah, I did. Abigail Spencer. I spent a little bit of time. I started this one too right before I filmed my last video. This is a Sub Rosa design. I'll insert the picture of the chart here because all I have is a black and white. It's a really beautiful, beautiful chart, and I had to do my own conversion. I told y'all last time I did my own conversion from the Versoix Soie silks to overdyes. So I did that myself, and I'm very happy with the colors I chose. If anybody is interested in that conversion, just let me know or email me and I can provide that to you. So it is a lovely sampler, and here are the flosses that I ended up choosing. Really pretty assortment. Just a few colors, really. Not many in this one. Very pretty though. And here they are up against my linen. Super pretty. This is 40 count color and cotton oatmeal, and it's just lovely. And then here is a really pretty color. Look at that. That's just really pretty. Here's how far I've gotten. I love those flowers in the border. That is as wide, I think, as it's going to be. I think that's where the next flower, it's going to start coming down here. So it's not a huge sampler either. Super pretty. I think every other letter is a different color, and I think I'd actually stitched a bunch. That's why I put this down. I'd stitched a bunch of letters and got them wrong, and in the wrong place, and had to rip them out. So I was this was on 40 count. 36 is my favorite to stitch on, and I was just like, I'm done, I've had it. So I put that A back in, and I was like, I'm moving on to something else. But that is Abigail Spencer, and it is such a pretty sampler, and I'm really happy to get to work on that one. Such sampler, a bunch of sampler goodness, right? The next thing I pulled out to work on was, okay, this is the day from Plum Street. This was my favorite market release. And here's the chart. Plum Street, this is the day. What is not to love about that chart, right? And it's just perfection. I love the verse. I love those flowers. Oh, wild and crazy colors, but just absolute perfection. And I know I talked last time about Plum Street and her big houses, and I have to be very careful what I choose to stitch of Plum Street because it can be an overload for me and I don't enjoy it. And I'd canceled some and got rid of a few patterns. But anyway, this one is actually super fun to stitch because it's all these bricks and they're all these different colors. And so it's kind of like a little, almost like a little puzzle that you're going along. Okay, where's the next one of this color and how can I get over here? So it's a mind game and there's something fun about it, and I really am enjoying that one. So here's my assortment. These are all the called for colors. I think I added in an extra, or I may have changed the whites. I can't remember. It's a combination of DMC and some over dyed cottons, but look at those. Are they just not the best? Crazy, crazy colors. Oh, but I love them. I mean, who? Oh, that orange is going to go in that sunshine up there, and the yellow too. That's going to be really fun. So those are the colors, and here's my beautiful colors and my beautiful linen. This is another gorgeous piece of Tropical Stitches linen. My friend Laura that stitches, I call her my friend. I've never met her in person, but she is lovely and sweet and generous and makes beautiful linen, and we kind of hit it off chatting, so I'm calling her my friend. So this is, well, let me look it up real quick because it's worth you knowing what it is, because this color is just absolutely perfect. Hold on. This is her color. This is Tropical Stitches. It is her color called Grazia. It has a beautiful, let's see if I can get that pink to it. It's so pretty. Oh, love it. Okay. My lighting is just poor today. But here is how I've done that goat. I mean, who doesn't need a flying goat on their stitch piece? So I am almost done with the house. I need to put the other window in here and then fill in the rest of the bricks and the roof. But it has been really, really fun to stitch that house. So I've enjoyed that. This, I think, is all done. There's little doodads hanging around in there. So other than that, I mean, by the time I finish that house, there's some things over here that I need to do. And then those should go really fast. So I don't think I have terribly much longer on this this stitch. So it's been really, really fun. So again, that's Angerola. Let me see if I can get it to her. No, this is Grazia. Sorry, Grazia. Look at that. Beautiful. I mean, goodness gracious. I love it. It's beautiful. So that's another one I've been working on. It just makes you smile to work on that one with all those beautiful colors. That's another. And then let's see. I'll save that one to last because that was a new start. Last night I pulled out another great chart. Let me pull the chart out of here. I have it separated because a friend loaned it to me. So this is a wonderful little chart. You can get it still at the attic from Priscilla's Pocket, called H. Faulkner 1866. Tiny little sampler. Oh, is that just not the most precious ever? Okay, so sweet friend loaned that to me and I pulled it out last night and I am working on that. I was really enjoying it last night. It's so tiny. It is so sweet. This is 36 count Stars Hollow, a piece that I had. Really pretty color, right? And it's tiny. I mean, I think here's where the next border comes down. So, I mean, look at that. That's a tiny sampler. Isn't that pretty? Look at those flowers. It's just precious. So, so sweet. So, my friend had chosen some of her own colors for this. I kind of went through and chose some of my own, kind of again making it look like the picture. But here's all my selections, and they're really pretty too. Look at that, greens and the pinks and that licorice, this licorice red, the blues. It's just lovely. How pretty. So that is H. Faulkner, and I didn't get to put a ton of work into it last night, but I was really enjoying it, so I may pull that one back out tonight. And I'm not really sure where that envelope goes. I think that goes with miscellaneous plastic chart thing. Okay. So that is really good. Let me show you that again. Priscilla's Pocket, H. Faulkner. Can't wait to get some of that little blue. The only thing I'm not sure about is, see how right here there's a flower over here and a flower over here, and it just, I'm not sure, it bothers me just a hair that they're right there and it just doesn't look even. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go ahead and stitch it without them and then see what I think, and then I can always go back and add those two flowers if I decide it looks funky. So we'll see what happens, but I'm gonna leave them off to start with because it just somehow it feels like it's not in balance or something. So anyway, then on Monday, July 11th, was our 24th anniversary of marriage, and I started an anniversary sampler for us. So this is our, I decided that I would start it on our 24th anniversary and have it done by our 25th next year. So I definitely think it's doable, and it's a really pretty sampler. So I had bought, this was another one of my favorites from Market, Let Love Rain from Teresa Kogut. Such a beautiful sampler, so pretty. So I bought it, obviously, as many of us did, for this gorgeous sampler, and I don't know if I'll do the whole thing. I will for sure do that. Love that. If I don't do the whole thing, I'm doing that. I just think it's gorgeous. So stay tuned on that one. But what I didn't realize when I got the chart, or when I ordered the chart, was the other gorgeousness in the book. I thought I had picked out my anniversary sampler for us, and then I saw this and I was like, nope, this is it. This is the one I'm starting. It's called Love Your Family. And I love it. I love how it's set up. I love the blues. I love that house. I love the couple up here. But the kicker for me was this quote: if you want to change the world, go home and love your family, from Mother Teresa. That's one of my favorite quotes. I love that quote from her. It just speaks volumes to me. I feel like that's our mission in life, that we're just trying to raise up godly men and women, young women, for this next generation, for our country, for our world, for God's kingdom. And I firmly believe that that comes from loving your family and raising them up in God's, in his teachings, in the church, in his Jesus's love. And so I just love this. So I started this on Monday, and so my goal will be to finish it. Let's see, I'll keep that in my bag. Finish it by July 11th of 2023 for our 25th anniversary. So here are all the called for colors. Real muted. Messy. Who was it the other day I was watching? It was Carol, Saltbox Stitcher. She says, nobody talks about Nicole's needlework, combing her floss anymore. She was a very, very muted tans, but just so pretty. I love it. So that is all the called for. And I chose a piece of linen. Let's see, I think this might be another, I always forget. Yep, another Tropical Stitches piece. This is as far as I've gotten. This is Tropical Stitches 36 count Kateri, or Kateri, however you say Kateri Tekakwitha, or Kateri Tekakwitha. And it's just really pretty. It's a neutral, but it has a lot of, has more of a grayish hue to it, I would say. And so there is my start, and I'm loving it. Got the dog, there's the whole front walkway. Working on that. So I worked on that for several evenings. Didn't get as much done as I thought I would, but you know, I got a whole year to finish this one, so I'm not in a hurry. But I really love it. It's gonna be a real treasure to have framed for anniversary. And so that is what I have worked on. So let's see, I did not buy much other than, oh no, I take that back. I did buy something. Okay, let me pause, hold on. Okay, I did get a couple new pieces of linen. I don't think I showed these to you last time. I honestly don't remember. But here is that Kateri from Tropical Stitches, 36 count Kateri. That's upside down. Isn't that pretty? I got this one from her. This is 36 count Lucia. Isn't that lovely? That's really pretty. And then I thought I got I've showed you those. I think I showed you those. So I got those, and then the only other cross stitch purchase that I made was a new pattern that I bought on Etsy. A shop is Stitches Through the Years on Etsy. I will link it below, and I will insert a color picture of the pattern, but here it is, and it is called Springtime Blossom. So pretty. But I'll insert a color picture here because it's just too pretty for words, and you've got to be able to see that. So I think those were the only things cross-stitch wise that I bought, pretty sure. I did do a little tally the other day of my whips, and I think I started the year with 25. Let me check here because I want to tell the truth. Y'all are checking up on me, right? Yes, 25 was what I started the year with, and I've had a few finishes, and I've had a couple things that I abandoned or canceled, but somehow I'm up to 28. So we'll see, but I'm happy there. It's good. It's all good. I'm not in a hurry. This is not a race, and I'm okay starting things if I love them, and they're gonna get done. They're gonna get done. But I do want to focus on my whips, and I do have plans to start 2 things, I think. That put me up to 30. I haven't been that high before. So 30 would be the highest number of whips that I've had. So we'll see. But currently we're at 28. Maybe I can finish H. Faulkner and get that done, and then that'll be out of the whip pile, and then it would only be at 29. I'd still be in the 20s. Might work. Okay, cross stitch plans. I told you I had 2. One, I think, be the 23rd. We call ourselves the Saturday Stitchers. Kim Goldman at K Goldman 63. Merritt Crawford in April _ heirlooms. We're gonna start another project together from the Sewing Club book, and this time we're going to start this one. It's called Hollyhocks Were Always There. It's a housewife. I love this one, and I do want to make a housewife out of it. I've never done that, but I know I can. It's gonna be gorgeous. I can't wait. So I may just stitch this one on 36 count vintage country mocha. We'll see. I'll pull the colors and see what kind of sizes I've got. I think these are most of the colors. I might be missing one that I need to pull from somewhere else, but aren't they pretty? That teal frost gets me every time. Cinnabar, just some really, really pretty ones. Obviously I need to pull another schnuckly. Okay, so that is something in the future works here. And then we haven't decided on a hashtag for this. Annie, we need to do that. But on July 25th, 5 months before Christmas, Annie, the proper stitcher, and I are going to start this joyous season from Plum Street. It's just kind of messy. I'm kind of glary there. Here we go. Love this one. Pete the Sounding Joy. I just love it, love it, love it. And I think I'll enjoy this. I think I'll enjoy this house too. I hope. It's a little more broken up. I think it's got lots of windows, so that'll help. I know Christine from Hollis Hands Create. She did this one and it's so pretty. And then so then here, I think I have most of the colors ready to go. Oh, look at that blue. God, I love that blue. What is that? 336. DMC 336. So Annie and I will be starting that on July 25th. And y'all are welcome to join us. And I'm sure you can watch our Instagram or her next FlossTube, and maybe we will have come up with a hashtag by then. So that's another plan. All right, so let me talk to you a little bit before I do last FlossTubes giveaway, and then I have one small giveaway this time. Before I do that, I want to talk to you about my newest creative exploration. Okay, so next thing I've been up to, and I've been really, really enjoying, is crochet. So I mentioned this yesterday in my quilty tube that probably back when I was 10, my mom taught me how to crochet. I think I made the starting chain and could go back and forth, and probably made a couple coasters or something like that out of, I remember this wild multicolored yarn that my mom bought me. Did that, never did another thing in crochet. But I've always wanted to do it, most especially I love granny squares. I have always been attracted to granny square crochet afghans, and really wanted to learn how to make one. For some reason I felt like I could not do it. I don't know why I get these things into my head. I can make complicated quilts, I can stitch giant samplers, I can quilt my own quilts, I can frame my own things, but for some reason in my head I was telling myself that I needed help learning crochet. I don't know. Anyway, that I needed somebody to sit down and teach me, so I didn't. Some videos later, and I think I figured it out. So I really wanted to start. I really felt like I could, and so I thought, okay, I want to see if I even like this. Do I really like crochet? And so I got on Amazon. I ordered myself a complete set of crochet hooks because I only had one or two that were left from my mom. And then I ordered this, this is my grandmother's sewing basket. This is, except for this one right here, this is different. This was just an assortment of small assortment of acrylic yarns, bunches of colors on Amazon for like 25 bucks. And they're decent little yarns. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. My granny squares, I was able to practice and play with this, and I was having a great time. I forget, there was a video, I'll link it below. I forget what it was called, but there was one that I did first. So first thing I did was I found a video that I will link below because I can't remember. And this was how I started with the granny squares, and I started making single color granny squares, and they're pretty imperfect. But I was chugging away, and every single one I did I'd get better. And so well, there's an assortment of those that I played with. Then I realized it was just really hard for me to tell how many rows I was making for some reason. I'm not even sure. There might be a pink one. That pink one might have something wonky about it. So then I went to another video. It was Arndt, which is Confessions of a Homeschooler, and she does quilting and all kinds of awesome videos on YouTube. And so I watched her video on making multicolored greenie squares, and it was super helpful, you know. So I already had some practice on these other ones. I kind of had the idea now of what stitches, how you make a greenie square. So then I started using the same yarns, the inexpensive yarns, and started making multicolored greenie squares, and these turned out way better. It was really fun to pick the colors. That may have been the first one I made. And they're just, you know, but these remind me of the greenie squares. I think my mom had an Afghan, and they were just that bright, those bright colors, right? All over the place. Let's see, I think there's a couple here. I can't pick that one. I think my son Braden, he picked out those colors. I think he picked out that set of colors too. So I made all those, and then I decided, yeah, I'm really kind of liking this. And so I stopped by the fancy yarn shop in town, and it's pretty expensive, and I bought myself a cotton, I forget what this is called. It's lovely, very pretty, because I just wasn't sure I wanted to spend the money, you know, I'll have to look for it later, on Lori Holt's cottons. And I hadn't gotten to Hobby Lobby yet, but I wanted to play with this thinner cotton. And so I liked it. It was good. So this is a combination of this blue and one of Lori Holt's chunky threads, and I made a little greenie square. So that turned out pretty cute. And then I was happy with this, and I'll make some more of these. I did do Lori Holt's her little crochet flower tutorial, and that was lots of fun and really easy and was great with this. So did that, but decided I wasn't crazy about the feel of it to make a whole Afghan. So there's my my basket of cheap yarn. This cute little tent my mother-in-law gave me a long time ago. There's my crochet hooks, and those are just sitting over here on display. I can see them. Lots of fun. Okay. So then this was my mom's knitting basket, and I now am using it for my crochet basket. It was just sitting in a corner with some fake flowers in it, and so now I have resurrected it to use actually like my mom used it. So this is her basket, and I went to Hobby Lobby and got 6 colors. I've been Pinteresting, doing colors on Pinterest and looking at things on Pinterest, and I picked out 6 colors of their I Love This cotton yarn. It feels wonderful. Oh, it is so soft. It's thicker than Lori Holt's chunky thread, and I do like that. It has a heftier, you know, feel to it, and it is so soft. So those are the 6 colors I chose, and I'm making 6 colored, multicolored mini squares. So love the colors. Absolutely love them. And here are I made another one last night. I'm trying to think which was the first one I made. I think this was the first one I made. There's the first one. And I really like how they feel. I really like how they're turning out. That may have been the second one I made. And green and red bordered one. And then last night I made that one. So much fun. And they are just going to look fabulous together. Aren't they fun? I'm so thrilled. So I don't know if that's gonna be enough yarn, probably not. I'm just kind of making them as I go. At some point I will decide on what color. I don't think I want white or cream. It might be a really pale blue or a gray. I don't know yet. I'll go back when I'm ready to choose a color to, you know, connect them all. But they are really, really fun. I absolutely love this yarn. It feels so good, and I'm really enjoying that. So those are my granny squares. I did it. I figured it out. I can make granny squares. So that is one knitting project. And then I think I showed this in my Quilty Tube video that I used the link is in my Quilty Tube, but I'll link it here as well. Her name is Jenny Baker in Color Order, and she has a great tutorial for this lined drawstring bag. And so the tutorial is there, it's free, but then she also in her shop has a pattern with 8 sizes in it to make 8 drawstring bags, or 8 different sizes of drawstring bags. And this was super easy and fun. I think I said in my quilting video that my only problem is I didn't put the drawstring in right the first time. Couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. So then I bought this beautiful yarn. Let's see if I can, this also came from Hobby Lobby because I wanted to make a shawl. And this is their Yarn Bee. Yeah. This is the Yarn Bee brand of yarn at Hobby Lobby, and all the yarn was on sale last week, so I got it on sale. This is a rainbow Wrapsody cake of yarn, and it's called Teal of Fortune. So I showed the cake when I started. Here's what's left of my cake of yarn. It is so pretty, and it feels so good too. It is 60% cotton and 40% acrylic. I love it. So I found a wonderful tutorial online for a 1 skein crochet shawl, and it's all double crochet. It's really fun. And here's where I am so far, and I'm having the best time with this cake of self-striping yarn, and I am enjoying that so much. So this is my 1 skein shawl. Look how beautiful is that. It's not big enough yet, but we're getting there. But look at that gorgeous dark blue, and now I'm getting into the light blue, and at some point we're going to get to that even lighter, and then we're getting to the dark gray. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. And I'm having so much fun. So that is, I will link this below as well. I think I did the beginning right, but you know, it's my first shawl, and I'm really pretty pleased. This may be a bit too bumpy right there, but it's okay. But just really enjoying this. This is really soft. It's lightweight. I live in, you know, between Houston and Galveston. We don't get a ton of cold weather, but this is something I feel like even during spring, maybe for summer if it's cold enough in church, I can put this with my black dress or something like that, and I'll have a shawl or a scarf. So anyway, I'm having a great old time with cross stitch. So now I've added that to my repertoire of creative activities that I love to do, and I'm having a really great time. So I gained a few extra people while I took a little break. That's Nicole. Wave Nicole again. Yeah. And there's Michael. I'm not sure. Do y'all like having the dog as a guest or my kids better? All right, let me do the giveaways from the last video. Oh boy, now they're leaving. It's always so funny. This is what my house is like, really and truly. Okay, so the first set of charts I had from last time are, I can't read them. This one's called the Traveling Stitcher. And this one is Home of a Needleworker Squared. So this set of charts goes to I will leave I will leave a comment on your comment down below, and you can email me and I will get these charts in the mail to you. The second set of charts was, one of them is Home of a Needleworker 2, and then this one's called Giving Thanks. And these charts go to congratulations, and I will comment on your comment down below, and you can email me and I will get those in the mail. And so then for today, I just have one giveaway, a little set of charts here as we kind of move into, you know, late summer. And I know I hear on FlossTube some of y'all are ready to start fall stitching. I'm not there yet, but I know some of you are. So I have 2 charts, and we're just going to use the word fall. And this first chart, this is one package, 2 charts. One of them is this sweet Blackbird Designs chart called Bittersweet September. And then with it is a chart from Madame Chantilly, and it is called, this is one of the season samplers, and it's called Autumn. So there's one, that's what the chart looks like. Look at that cute little blackbird there, but then on the back you can see there's a couple other things included. So really fun, really cute little chart. And so both of those charts use the word fall, and I will give those away in my next video. As usual, make sure you are 18 and that you can subscribe to my video, and try not to mention the word giveaway and just use the word fall. And I'm just really thankful that you joined me here today, that we could spend a little bit of time together talking about stitching. And I invite you to look through all the other videos on my channel, and I hope you find something that you like. And leave me comments. Like I said, it's a lot of fun to read through your comments, and I like answering your questions. And so I think the other thing I wanted to do for next time is ask me questions in the comment, whatever kind of question you want. If it's too personal, I may not answer it here on camera, but for the most part, I'll answer your questions. And ask me a question about myself, about my hobbies, about you know, family, or I don't know, favorite things, whatever you want to ask me. Ask a question down in the comments, and next FlossTube I will spend some time answering those questions. So as always, I'm praying for you. I'm thankful that you were here, and I hope you have a blessed couple of weeks until I see you next. And happy stitching.